Hello and welcome to Tales Across Time and Space. I'm Thomas, your Game Master, and today I am joined by Zeiston.
Hello, I'm Gaston, and I did not know the order which you were going for, so I didn't come up with a joke this time.
Equally unprepared is Radical Dishonesty.
Hi, I'm Radical Dishonesty. I didn't have time to prepare for this. I didn't do my homework. Sohoy is a guy. He has like two people.
He's also the Chosen.
Sure.
I think you mentioned Zyson's also the discard.
Oh, hey, you actually remembered it this time.
Yeah, his joke was ruined. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's right. We normally do this not to make a joke. We do it to actually introduce our characters.
No.
Anyways,
Don't
she just came in the room. It's Crystal and Kitsune.
Hi, I'm Crystal Kitsune, and I am in too much pain to be prepared in the slightest for anything that I was not warned about. And I am playing Lara the Mystic.
And lastly, they have a prior commitment. It's Janie SP.
Hi, I'm Janie SB. And I'm going to give people a warning now. I kind of might be trying to fix my internet because my roommate only gets off work after a certain point. So but I am still just a memory.
Yeah,
And
today we're playing Interstitial Logos. Big surprise. We're on episode 23 out of 30 plus episodes that have some of which are lost to the void that is the internet. But yeah, that's no updates this time. I thought there was, but then I remembered not. I guess my brain keeps telling me like there's something I need to put here in the updates, but I cannot think of it.
You said we had a new subscriber or something, didn't we?
Oh yeah, thank you guys, thank you. Shout out to Darkstar, our newest sub on the channel. We appreciate it. It helps us feel like we are not screaming into the endless void of the internet, or at least when we do scream into it, it screams back at us in the form of subscribers. So please, if you like what you see here, at least here in this point at the end, not the earlier stuff where we were still kind of trying to find our feet, scream at us by hitting that subscribe button. Scream at us by hitting the subscribe button. What the?
Scream at us for this unprofessional shit we're doing right now.
Yes.
Makes us relatable.
Can you tell this is not scripted?
At all.
What are you talking about? We're totally prepared, and
with that out of the way, last time you guys had the gummy ship exploded, and you found yourself washed up in various parts of the Caribbean world. This is a world that is based on a non-existent Saturday morning cartoon version of Pirates, where it follows the adventures of a young Jack Sparrow, just for positioning stuff. So this is actually not strictly canon, but I am pulling elements from various things I can look up on Pirates wikis. So it's canon light. It's diet canon. Anyways, Sohoy got pulled aboard a dinghy with Millen. Lara got pulled out of the sea and given a boat by Zeitrix, who tried to warn her against continuing to associate with Zeistend. And Lara got defensive and said, I don't have feelings for either Zeistend or Janox Baka.
Very unsuspicious.
Janox had a conversation with the Forgotten Master about how he should just give up on everything and just stay on this island so the prophecy can't come true, because Master Lionel is obsessed with it ever since, and apparently also was told that the previous masters of the Forgotten Master, Master Lionel, gave up their lives to create the Lux Logos and the Umbra Logos prophecies.
And my character still sure if he should even believe in this guy because he literally tried to kill him.
Yeah. And then lastly, Sohoy had some interaction with not sure if it's real or not, Silas, who said that the logo should be within his heart, but before he could try to dig deep within himself, something promptly exploded on the island, which turned out to be Zytrix and her tenfold exploding rapier technique, who is now gunning for Zeiston, because Zeiston is no longer in the employ of the Forgotten Master, but still has his memories and has started to grow a heart, so this is the perfect time to make him feel bad about things.
And because she may or may not be an ex-girlfriend.
I mean, you can definitely get some ex-girlfriend energy off it, but I'm not saying that is what has happened.
That's why I said may or may not.
So. Oh, and then, as Laura and Janox were leaving the island, because Laura was given a boat to pick up Janox, they found, number one, a small piece of the ship that was a long name that basically had an acronym of Gemini, and discovered that the ship was given a self-destruct order by the captain, and that the only captain on log was Sohoy. Sorry, Zeiston, you were only a co-captain, not a full captain.
I'm shaking my head.
I mean, we knew this. This was known.
But basically, it was saying that a captain ordered the self-destruct and that the only captain on record is Sohoy. Except for it did not recognize the name Sohoy. That's the other thing. But as they were leaving the island, a large ship running both an English and a French flag arrived with a figurehead that was Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and the captain of said ship was Gaston. And that's where we open today, with today's episode, Wrath of Gaston.
Didn't you spell it a little different? Yes, you did.
I misspelled it. Crap.
You said Wraith of Gaston. I mean, I kind of figured it was intentional that, like, we would be having different names for things.
That was a typo. That was a typo.
Sad. We're not gonna be having wraiths all over the multiverse.
No, I was going for the Star Trek reference.
Okay.
I got that. Yeah, I'm just.
My bad. Yeah, so we open up on the scene. Laura and Janox are on a little dinghy, and a large ship has pulled off, and you see Gaston peering over the edge of the ship, along with some crewmen, saying, "Who goes there?"
Wait.
What do you do?
I'm gonna also look around a little and be like, wait a second. Oh, I see the wide ocean around me. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. I thought that place was a lot less wet.
Yeah.
There was a lot of snow in that other place. It was really wet. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Please go.
Coming aboard!
Should we...
And Gaston just jumps and lands on the boat, and it rocks for a bit, but it stabilizes as some of the crewmen throw like a tether line to this. Mandatory inspection.
Mandatory. Oh, okay. Look around. Oh, yeah.
Now,
thank you for the assistance.
Do I know you? Gaston said.
Oh yeah, I'm in this scene. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to. That's why I poked you.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely not.
You seem painfully familiar. And I swear I've seen a wonderful female specimen that had a body very much like yours before. Not good for faces, but the figure that lingers.
I'm immediately going to be stepping in between Laura and trying to prevent her from immediately knocking her in the face. By immediately stepping in and going, well, certainly, my good man, if you remember, we would appreciate your assistance. We're not the best on supplies here, but perhaps we can. If you have to do any inspection, perhaps maybe we can have a moment on your ship.
All right. Okay, tell me what you want Gaston to do from this, and then I'm gonna have you roll to convince somebody.
I'm trying to appease him just enough before Laura tries to kick his ass.
All right.
Just try to get him on a good side. If he's not remembering what Laura did to him, which I totally remember and saw, I'm going to try to take advantage before maybe his brain catches up and he realizes, wait a moment.
All right, so roll plus your heart links -1, so that's going to be +2.
Yay! All right, heart link +2. There's the dice rolling channel. Yes. Oh yeah, did I space that wrong? Darn it!
It might be the bot might be having issues again.
Oh wait, that'll be wonderful too.
All right.
Crap.
Could you roll 2 dice?
I was gonna say, do you want me to just roll for you?
Yeah,
that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get some dice out.
This is why we have multiple dice rollers.
Yeah, I need to get a new pair of dice in real life. Like, all my dice went missing.
Hmm.
Like, I used to have a nice, good bag of dice, and I have no idea where it poofed off to.
9.
All right, so you got a 10+. So that means they'll do it until something puts them in danger or reveals your true intentions. Certainly, you seem like upstanding folk. I'm sure. In fact, why don't I give you the tour?
Tour.
Of my vessel.
Thank you. I'm gonna with it. Yeah, I was kind of going, where's name it, but trying to get him to say his name.
Surely you've heard of pirate hunter Gaston.
I think Laura just kind of audibly just very obviously just kind of winces. Or not winces, cringes. That's a better phrase.
Disappears into your couch.
Hey, that's my role.
It is.
But yes,
I'm gonna look over to Laura and be like, okay, just try not to beat the shit out of him. The worst case, we'll bail, but in the meantime, don't lose it. I know he's a jerk, but keep it together.
So he just kind of he raises a hand. One of the crewmen tosses up, gives him a tosses him a rope, and he does he grabs Laura to kind of get pulled up with her.
Can I punch?
You are allowed to do whatever you want, dear.
How does he grab me? How does he grab me?
Around the waist, kind of
Oh, okay, punch time.
Trying to do
Punch
Punch time. I will punch him. You want me to roll?
I like how Jax just said,
you punch him.
Okay.
You're not doing I'm not saying it's doing any damage. You just sock it to him. He kind of staggers back a little there.
He should consider off lucky he's getting punched and hasn't been shot with an arrow yet.
Yeah, true,
It
true.
is a very small boat. Like, there's not a ton of room here.
I could just pick up grab
Yeah.
the arrow from my back and just go, hey! And just
Wham! Right in the...
It would not be hard to do.
You're a fiery little flower. That felt
yeah,
really good,
well,
Gaston, there.
you kind of have to be if you're going to be out at sea and in such a condition, sir. I'm gonna like looking over at Laura like really, really.
Hands off. I can get
Shit.
out of here myself.
Alright. He just kind of gives you like the a leading bow and just kind of like he is clearly eyeing you like I am interested here.
Oh, totally. This is the same chauvinistic jerk we had to deal with earlier. So
Yeah.
But it is
feel like
the
you just-
exact same chauvinistic jerk.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
it is. It's like he is.
But as you kind of ascend, he's like, yes, Pirate Hunter Gaston, crown jewel of the Royal Navy. I've dispatched single-handedly countless pirates and in the Caribbean.
The Caribbean. I don't look around. Yeah, well, that would make sense. Where do you happen to hail from, Captain?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how he would actually say this here. Sorry, a second. Gaston is not a character I can easily do his voice because it's.
I mean, he could simply say he's from a quiet town, a little quiet village.
I come from that's probably right. Come from a small little French village. You probably haven't heard of it.
Huh. And how long have you been in this pirate hunting business? I imagine this is as we're climbing up onto a ship.
Yeah, no, I think this is actually once you got on board the deck. Well, I've
Okay.
just had it for the past, I would say about 3 weeks or so.
Is that approximately the time since we last saw this guy?
Yes,
Probably
approximately.
about.
Give or take. I'm not tracking time because there was montages in there, so yeah, so it
Yeah.
lines up.
Yeah. Just trying to confirm if this is the same guy.
Yeah.
So, what's the name of this beautiful ship, Captain?
This ship is my ship here is called, and hard cut to the other group while I think of a ship name for the ship because
Bell.
Okay. It's alright.
I don't
I will be...
I had different varying names. I will come up with it at this. I
Yeah.
want to give it a little more thought, and besides, Jane's getting close to the time to
Yeah.
break, so I figured.
I need to take my small break here. I'll probably watch it over my phone, or at least be on the Discord over my phone. But yeah, we're going. I'll be back.
Yep. So, cut to. See, who do I want to start this with? You know what? Let's go to Zeiston and the monkeys. So Zeiston, how do you deal with these monkeys?
That is a good question.
There is like, let's say there's like 20 monkeys kind of chasing you through these woods. Jungle, I should say, small jungle.
Okay, we're gonna pull the Jack Sparrow-ish thing of like probably swinging over a cliff.
Okay, remind you, you are on an atoll island, so it's pretty flat. There's just like a ring of jungle between an interior lagoon and an exterior ocean.
And sorry, it's just like escaping from monkeys is not really a thing that I've thought of before. So
I honestly feel like that's almost an in-character line as you're saying as you're running. And it's just like, I wish I had given more thought to how to escape from a swarm of monkeys. And like, you can also say, like, if you want to, you can say, this is, you are saved instead of you saving yourself. I'm leaving it up to you.
Oh, sure, let's go. I'm saved.
Okay, so Sohoy and Millen show up. I'll give this to Rad. How are the monkeys dispersed by the duo?
Yeah, now I'm throwing it on your shoulders. So, you talk monkey, right?
No. But I do, how do I just deter them?
I think you could do like a threat display or something. Make it seem like you're something, because you've dealt with predator and prey stuff all the time, so that's just a thought out there. Or Mighty Guard. Yep, that's an old standby.
Yeah. Mighty Guard is the old standby. I was trying to think of something better than that, like something that like breaks them up but doesn't hurt them.
Yeah, that's my issue. It's like I could take care of these monkeys like no problem, but that would end in like monkey genocide.
Yeah, unfortunately, these are not power wild, so they're not heartless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might be heartless in the emotional sense, but.
I mean, that's the whole reason we're heartless from heart. Anyway, let's try something a little different. I am going to create a giant flash of light.
Okay.
With some kind of blue magic you haven't seen before.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you just Sohoy use flash. The dungeon is illuminated.
Yes. I'm copying I'm copying Genox's.
Actually, no, I think that's legit. Like
yeah.
Like I feel like if you can probably copy a specific technique from each of your teammates, kind of thing.
Yeah. And I figured this one's probably best if it's just an attack, just a flash of light.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna have you roll for anything. This is more of just to kind of set the scene here. As the, I want to say that Dyson is a little like dazzled by it as well, but
my eyes.
Is Zeiston sounding a little robot-y to other people, or is that just me?
That's just you.
Not a good sign.
Am I better? Or?
I don't know. It's just weird that it's just you and just for me.
Exterminate.
Yeah, because like Red is sounding fine.
I'll listen to the stream, see if it's.
Well, your stream is going to be what I hear, because that's where the sound's being recorded from. One second here. Like, I'm not getting any connection issues. It's just one second. I'm gonna click in and out of the Discord call. So, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm trying to share my screen.
Am I better now?
I'm still coming off robot-y.
Like, how bad is it on your end? Because the stream doesn't sound super bad.
It's just a little bit of it. I'm more worried that it's a sign of other problems, but it doesn't seem to be the case.
Okay.
no.
Maybe it is my side. Let me look at my settings. Might not be using my good microphone. Using my Yeti.
No, because like you were fine earlier, so this just happened. So I don't think it's your.
I see.
Anyways, Millen kind of helps you up as the monkeys kind of blindly stumble around and scatter.
Why is it monkeys?
Did you do something to piss them off?
I'm just trying to remember the.
I don't think we established anything. I think it was just a gag where it's just, oh no, they're chasing you now.
Yeah, I know, but now I'm just thinking of the what is it? That game show where it has like the cock and idol, like
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes. I'm like, did I touch the chalice of the golden monkey?
Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
That's it.
There's now a shrine on this island. Okay, that's fine.
Look, I might have touched a shrine of some sort.
Aren't you from a world like this one? Millen asks you.
Yes.
So, isn't this world like full of things that are cursed?
Some things, yes.
So, what made you think that touching a random silver idol you found on a random island was a good idea?
Well, I mean, no risk, no rewards, and I don't know. Curses seem to have like ways to get out of them.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't really think about what he's doing. I don't think.
Yeah, and while the while they're kind of talking about this, so you notice a couple of at first you think they're stones, but then you realize no, these are just crabs that look a lot like stones, and they're kind of like marching in a direction through this woods.
So that's weird, right?
Do I kind of recognize what this is, or
Do you? So you clearly know who Calypso was because you were the one that brought it up. So I'm even like, do you recognize it?
Sure, let's go with yeah, because I can be native to this world. And I'm like, oh no. That's I'm trying to remember what Calypso's name was before we found out she was Calypso.
Like Dietala, something like that. Tia Dalma is her name.
Yep.
Huh. That almost looks like Tia Dalma's crabs.
Who?
Oh, a kind of a voodoo mystic lady.
So his response is like, blink, 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 blink. Okay.
The world's brand of magic stuffs. It's complicated.
Exactly. That's why I don't tend to go into magic stuff.
So, why do we have a couple of these things marching in a single direction? What does that usually signify?
That things are going to get complicated. Zyson's going to try to move out of the way of the crabs to see if they're going to go away from him or if they're going to go towards him.
They're not going. They're going in a consistent direction.
Ah, okay.
Doesn't answer his question.
Yeah.
They weren't going towards him to begin with, and his movement has no effect on their course.
Oh,
Okay.
well, if anything, this could be interesting. I'm gonna go follow the crabs.
Yeah, let's see if anything's going on.
Okay, so as you Milton just kind of when in Rome, and follows along as well. Eventually,
So okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it bad that I want the crab to do the do?
No. Eventually, the trail of crabs kind of leads you to the ocean side of the jungle, and they start just kind of going into the water. Other thing you notice is there is suddenly there is a ship with sails and everything. You see pulling kind of more floating off the side of the island.
Can I see the flag of the ship?
It's not running a flag currently.
Okay. Huh. Well, I wouldn't give for any metal to bounce off of right now.
Yeah, you recognize the size of the ship is a schooner?
Hmm.
So, something it's not a huge ship, it's just a...
Hey, whose ship is that?
Well, potentially it's going to be ours. And with that, Zyson's going to grab both Millen and Sohoy, and it's going to use a magnetic pull to pull him towards the anchor.
Alright, okay, yeah, you are definitely rolling to cast magic with this one, because there are so many different ways this could go wrong.
Yep.
Roll plus mastery.
Alright, let me just do a channel. Though I don't know if the dice is working, so potentially I'll just roll on my own. Alright, so my mastery is +2.
Alright, it should be working. The macros are in there. Yeah, it's weird.
Alright, I'll go to another dice roll.
Well, 2d6 still works, so...
Mm-hmm. Oh, 2d6? Okay.
Yeah, so it's just the macro just wasn't working.
Well, if I do 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13.
Alright, so you get to pick 3.
Alright, I'm going to open up my book. And this is use magic action, right?
Yep. And remember, one option I added to this list is reshapes your environment. And
okay. Well, I think that one it would be a very good thing. I guess bypass defenses. I don't know if there's any defenses, and I guess no unseen circumstances.
Consequences.
Consequences, yeah.
Yeah. So, Sohoy, are you like just you're going along with this, right? Then. Like,
I'm narratively, I am allowing my character to do it. Sohoy is probably like,
yeah,
it's probably not entirely cool with it, but narratively, I am allowing this to happen.
Yeah. So yeah, so you pull and you make sure you angle the pull so that you kind of get launched, but let go before it pulls you under the water where the anchor is.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of land in the middle of the deck without anything, and it's like, no, you aren't shot at, nothing. So you just kind of land in without any issue whatsoever.
Are the crabs going to the ship?
And like, who cares about the crabs now? We have a ship. Tyson says,
No, this is someone else's ship. We have to ask. We have to tell. We have to be polite and tell them we are taking their ship.
You hear a voice from the wheel and saying, "And who would be taking my ship then?"
I point at Zeiston.
And a man jumps down and he's kind of got longer. He's got wavy. Got the pirate hat, wavy long black hair, kind of big nose. It's Barbosa, but like in his 30s versus his like his 60s. So, anyways, what was your response before I got lost in the description process?
I pointed straight at Zeiston. Who's stealing the ship?
that guy. Zyson will then point to Millen.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I kind of didn't hear that.
Oh, Rad's pointing at me. I'm pointing at Millen.
What? Now, now count me impressed that you managed to get on here without me knowing. But still, trying to commandeer a pirate's vessel right underneath his nose while he is sitting there listening to you. Oh, I'm getting a little Irish there. Sorry.
Well, we could just get a ride instead. That'd be good.
Now, under normal circumstances, I would have given you a ride straight to Davy Jones' locker for being stowaways.
Where?
But I find myself short-handed after an unfortunate encounter with the pirate hunter.
There's a pirate hunter here?
Yes, he came down, he appeared out of nowhere recently, and for some reason he seems to be both a deadly swordsman and deadly in naval battle as well. He's running over us. He's running amok over all of us.
Well, that's I'm sorry to hear that, but I think we should get going now.
Look, if you want off that island, I need some crew to get the ship off this island as well. Consider yourself crewmen aboard this here ship, the Cobra.
And
See, that was way nicer than having to just sail a ship off and abandon somebody. This is a way better situation.
a lot to understand about piracy. Okay. All right, and who is the captain of the Cobra, if I may ask?
That would be me, Captain Barbosa.
Wait, this ship, we know who the captain is?
Sorry, was that an in character or out of character?
That was in character. My character is literally like, wait, do we normally know who ships captains are? Is that a normal thing?
Oh, Barbosa.
So you heard of
That
it.
seems
Just moving forward, and Soho is just like,
Right. Okay, pause here. I'm going to restart Discord. The static is getting worse.
Oh, okay.
So I am like, it is making it hard to pick out words and such. So 1 second here.
Okay.
That's not Discord. That's not the right program. Really, you decide now is the time to install updates? Because we're still streaming. Okay, we're back.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, you're much clearer
Hi.
now.
that's good.
That is good.
Okay. Get the...
Meanwhile, Sohoy is being obtuse again.
Yeah. So So you've heard. So Barbosa, let's just rewind to. So you've heard of me.
Yes. Zyson's like gonna look at the ship and like, this isn't the Black Pearl.
Okay. Does he say that this isn't the Black Pearl? Or does
Yeah, I think he.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
At least he's gonna mutter that.
Which was not a ship I am familiar with, but. So
Well,
I think Zyson has enough information to reasonably come to the conclusion of, wait, he doesn't look old. He hasn't heard of the Black Pearl. This is probably very early on in his lifetime.
mhm.
Especially because in the Gate of Canals, you did come across a young Jack Sparrow there.
Yeah. Well, never mind about that for now. Captain, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance and to join such a prosperous crew.
It's just he laughs. Yes, prosperous a crew that is now four men strong.
Well, you've obviously not heard of Captain Zysund of the Ranger.
You are correct in that I have never heard of you.
Well, I'm sure someday you will. This is my first mate, Sohoy. And this is our tag-along. I forget your name.
Millen.
Yes, Melon.
Tag along? Really? I saved you out of the ocean.
I'm sure I would have been fine.
Yeah, weighed down with metal chains. I'm sure you would have floated.
Regardless.
Well, let me
Captain.
Sorry.
Let me make one thing crystal clear. On this vessel, I am the only captain. Savvy?
All right, Captain. What are all the quick check? All the crabs are going towards this here, right? This is out of character.
They were going towards the ocean, right where pretty much. Yeah, they were heading towards they were pointing you towards the
Okay,
ship.
okay. I'm like, all right, Captain. Hey, is it normal to have all the crabs going toward you?
Depends on what part of Tortuga.
I got
So it's just
But something tells me that you're not referring to that.
I guess not.
no.
I mean, like these rock things that are crawling on the sand.
The crabs of Calypso.
He said it was like Tia something.
I not sure about that. Not sure about any Tias, but the crabs of Calypso are usually the sign of the capricious ocean. Even bound up, Calypso is a powerful entity that could sometimes trying to nudge travelers along their way.
Well, looks like we've been nudged over here.
And perhaps fortune will favor me if we cross paths with the pirate hunter once more. I have to say, even watching the entire first Pirates, I don't have I had it for a little bit, but could not keep Barbossa talking.
No. I remember there was a big moment where like a long time ago I had to try and play Barbossa for something, and I'm just like,
he's like, I was trying to like, let's pulling back the curtain here. A fun little side thing. I was trying to do some practicing before I actually had watched it, and I kept slipping over to Davy Jones, actually. I could actually do Davy Jones much easier than I could do Barbossa. It's the, like, both of them have almost the most stereotypical pirate accents of the movies. It's just that Davy Jones has a very memorable enunciation pattern. Where he just kind of gets stuck on certain words. But yes. It's what happens when you speak through a mouthful of tentacles.
Yes. Anyway. So, Captain, what's our plan?
Our plan is to make way to... 1 second here. No, he would not be it yet. So, okay. So right now, our plan is to make way to Tortuga. We need more crew than just your lot. You're enough to get us seaworthy, but
All right. So off to Tortuga.
okay,
or off to find more people so we can eventually go to Tortuga.
Well, no, you have enough people to get to Tortuga, but to actually be functional, you basically have enough people to crew the ship, but you don't have enough people to do much else. Like if you got into like a naval battle with another thing, you guys would not have enough people to really man cannons and keep the ship maneuvering and everything like that.
Yeah. I also now remember, and perhaps I didn't remember before, I now remember my character has heard of Calypso because he fights with the Lady of the Lake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's perfectly fine for it to be I remember things. So, I feel like that's a good point to stop at your line for right now. Since Jane has not returned, what we're going to do is we're going to just put Jane is going to stay behind to deal with the inspection of the small dinghy. So, while basically Gaston creates an excuse for Jane to be separated so he can take the lady person on a tour of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Which is entirely in character and convenient for our needs. Also, crap, I forgot to think of the name. Suggestions for the name, I guess, but because I was so focused on
Name of what?
Gaston's boat.
Of the ship.
Let's see. He's obsessed with bodies. He's done that.
The beauty.
The maiden's bosom. Just the crassest, least gentleman sounding thing ever.
Yeah, so it's sure. So yeah, so it is. Let's just go with that. The maiden's bosom.
That's right.
We're just gonna run with this. So, Laura, he kind of first kind of takes you up to towards the end of the boat. You know, the front of the prow. Is the prow the right word?
I think so.
Okay. To the prow of the boat is like quite a vessel, isn't she?
I guess so.
Ah, yes. I apologize. I know it's not. God, I'm gonna have a hard time saying this sentence, but it's what he's saying. Yeah, so that's fine. I understand. It's not the lady's place to be familiar with such a tool of war as this. Honestly, it's like this is like a game where you gamble. How long is it gonna take for Laura to try to shank Gaston?
Not long at all. At this point.
Because honestly, I as even though I'm forced to play this guy, I am all aboard on team shanking him.
Oh, definitely.
I realize also some of my personality. I am channeling Nathan Fillion as Captain Hammer in here a little bit too.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's a very Gaston.
Yeah. That was a mistake of a character once I played. I once tried to make a character based on Captain Hammer and I thought I quickly found out like nope. That was a mistake. That was such a mistake.
Just couldn't play him.
Oh no, that was like you think I'm having problems with an NPC. That was nothing compared to what that one was.
Right. And we expect the NPC to be a jerk.
I can make an NPC be a jerk because I can be distanced from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So tell me, what were you and what's the relationship you have with that fellow there on the other ship? On your ship.
Relationship?
Yes, are you together? Is he your brother?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, he's not my brother or anything, and we're not together.
Oh, good.
At least not right now.
Well, trust me. After this tour, I doubt you will be together with him at all.
What?
I have a way with women. What can I say?
She's on team shanking right now too.
Come. I should. You know what? I need to show you some of my trophies here.
Trophies.
Yes. Unlike hunting beasts, you don't stuff and mount people. It's a bit frowned upon.
Yeah.
So
It definitely is.
but I make it a point for every vessel that I sink, I make sure I capture one of them alive to stand justice and be hung as a warning to other pirates. Those are my trophies, and I have one such individual here, all set for the gallows. Okay, I just realized my voice is getting away from Gaston / Captain Hammer and getting into Sam Eagle from the Muppets.
Yes, it is.
I just realized that, like, wow, that's like dark, like evil Sam Eagle, but still Sam Eagle.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try to get him a little more on course here. He kind of shows you down under. He kind of takes you down to the brig.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the cells are empty except for one where you see like what looks to be like a 15-year-old,
Yeah.
15-year-old boy in there.
Okay.
He actually looks. You've seen this guy before. Thinking about it, because you saw the same individual in the Gate of Canals.
Mm-hmm.
He was known. He was the one you made a deal with, and then decided not to follow through on the deal because nothing happened with that deal.
Fair Gaston was totally gonna break that deal anyway.
Yeah, but that's the same individual, though he looks maybe a little younger here. So you know his name is Jack, though.
Yeah.
Now, this is the sole survivor of the last boat I sunk. He's got an appointment with justice.
I know you weren't going for the voice, but I'm just picking up Zap Brannigan now when you said justice.
Yeah, well, Zap Brannigan's not a bad thing to like. I admit I'm all over the place with him, but there are so many characters I can pull from.
Mm-hmm.
This is just my way. I make the world a better place for such delicate flowers like you.
I am not delicate.
I am sure you are quite the tough one for a lady, but in the end, you're still a lady.
Still not delicate.
Say whatever you need to, miss. So, okay, I guess I want to get a little introspection here. How is Laura feeling right now with not just the obvious thing of, oh god, this guy is a chauvinist prick, can I kill him? But also the fact that, ultimately, yes, okay, he is a pirate, but he's still, like, a relatively young teenager, like, not younger than Sohoy.
Yeah.
And he is being lauded both as a trophy and he is kept alive only to be hung as an example. Like, how is Lara feeling about this?
I think she wants to let him go.
Okay.
Like, very much, like, completely unsure.
I hear a Jane.
I think I'm back.
Hello.
Back, or I have a thing back.
I think I'm back. I'm home.
Mm.
Welcome home.
Oh, yeah. So, just to give you a quick update, we are with Gaston and Lara right now. Gaston came up with an excuse so that he did not have a guy on his attempts to woo a woman.
Well, obviously.
Boy, that was a really Zap Brannigan line there, if anything.
No, I totally could see him. Like, we just need to paste Gaston's head over Zap Brannigan. There we go.
Yeah. So, anyways. Well, this place has... rewind that line. It's like, well, let's head up back up to the top of the ship. There are still so many things I can show you here. Perhaps you would like a tour of my private quarters.
Private quarters?
Yes. As a captain, I have my own quarters here on the thing. I do not sleep with the crew.
Not interested.
You cut him off before he could add the line, which, by the way, you are not crew either. So yeah, so he comes back up to the on top of the ship. Genox, you kind of been... What technicality have you been arguing with some of the crew? Was one of the with a shipboard accountant? Let's just put it that way. This is the type of person you've been debating it. The quartermaster has been. You've been trying to negotiate for some supplies. What has been the sticking point that has kept you preoccupied for what feels like hours?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we are out of coconuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have coconuts. I'm sorry.
How can you not? Like, I swear, I see one like on every freaking tropical island I visit.
That's why we don't have them. They're on every island. You don't need to waste cargo space on coconuts.
What? Have you not had delicious coconut milk? I hear it's great for fending off scurvy.
Narration voice. It was not.
I know. I'm making a joke.
I know. No, that's why I was making the acknowledging that it was a complete bold-faced lie, or completely ineffectually true, with the narration over voice.
Tales Across Time and Space does not condone using coconuts to fight off scurvy.
No, a pina colada would fight off scurvy, but that's more because of the pineapple.
Sure.
Yeah, so as you are debating this, you see Gaston leading Lara out from below deck. Gaston looks like he is it still looks as preen and proud as ever. Laura looks
Laura hasn't completely
her stomach in an angry way. Do you think that's about right?
Yeah.
So what'd you say there, Jane?
I'm like, well, I guess if you don't have coconuts, I'll look back over to the Laura and Gaston. I'm like, well, then I think we're resupplied here, Captain. By the way, where are you guys heading?
We head wherever the winds may take us. He kind of pulls out a sword. Laura, you have never seen this sword before, but the way it pulls out, it hums.
Ah.
In a way that you are attuned to. It is not a mundane sword. Ho! The hunt is afoot. Our prey, that prey which that has escaped us, is on the move once more. And you notice the sails on the boat suddenly, as he points the sword forward, the sails on the boat suddenly get filled with wind. And
Well, I'm sorry, at a meta level, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh no, I know the ship.
None of the crewmen look unusual, do they? I'm just curious. At a meta level.
Also, okay. Just speaking on the meta level, it is nothing. It is not. It is nothing to do with pirate canon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. No. This is specifically something that the kind of magic on this is something that Laura is familiar with. Like, let's put it this way. She notices the proverbial maker's mark on this one. So yes.
Is this a fairy sword?
It's not a well. I mean, it's a fairly sword. I guess. I don't know.
Other kind of fairy. Come on.
Well,
I mean, we were sent to the Fey realm to find a sword, so this would make Excalibur and those ilk fairy swords.
No, that's what I was. That's actually what I thought you were intending.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I mean.
But no, it's enchanted, not a magic sword. There is a difference. This was
enchanting.
Yeah.
Enchanting as an overlay, while magic would be like actually forged.
Yeah.
With. What am I? All right. Well, I think we're mostly stocked up. I look over at Laura. Do you think we need anything else before we head out? Then? I mean, I imagine looking back at Gaston, if me and her are clear to are clear on our charges.
No, come join me on this hunt. Besides, your ship is probably about to sink anyways. You'll get to tell your friends, I guess, that you get to witness the might that is the pirate hunter Gaston in action.
I'm looking over at Laura. How ready does she look to kill this guy?
Huh?
You were asked a question.
What was the question?
Yeah, I'm curious. How ready do you look to kill this guy? Just curiously.
My other headphone fell out. Anyway, so repeat that again.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to kill Gaston? Look like you're ready to kill him.
Let's see. Is one lowest or highest?
One would be lowest. So this is...
One at lowest at this point. Probably like an 8 at this point.
Oh man, that's pretty freaking high. I'm trying to figure out a way to debate like why we need to leave this ship.
That is a reason to leave the ship. Is wanting to.
I know, but without being completely a jerk to Gaston.
Yeah.
I mean, you may want to punch him in the face, but I'm trying to be reasonable.
Yeah.
And I probably noticed on seeing the look in your face, it is the same similar anger I have had many times before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, thank you for your offer, sir, but unfortunately we have a bit of a thing to go do ourselves. So if you don't mind, we'll be taking our little dinghy.
He just kind of turns and he notices the sword just kind of glows red suddenly, and he kind of like holds it, kind of looking like he's kind of scanning it, like it kind of fades to blue as it holds over Janox, and it turns back to red as it points to Lara. Oh, that's why. Ho ho ho! You tricky little minx!
Wait, what? Oh, wait.
I say pirate.
Wait. Pirate?
Yes. This a mysterious woman who gave me this sword and its mighty power to both detect and lead me to any pirates I might find on this ocean. And apparently, I was once again fooled by a pretty face.
Oh, slightly annoyed. I'm like, what? For all you know, that woman could have given you a sword that instead pointed to, I don't know, someone of a certain blood type, or someone whose favorite color. How do you know the sword specifically leads you to pirates?
Because every person I have found has been a pirate.
And it's like, oh, that's a good reason.
True. But, I point over at our ship, but we don't have a flag. We don't have any. What makes us pirates?
I think that maybe they keep leading you to pirates because there just happens to be a lot of pirates here.
Not when I'm through. Men! Get her, throw her and her unwitting accomplice into the brig.
I'm not a pirate, I'm a knight!
A lady knight? Ho 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 ho! Your lies were much better before. You must be panicking.
Can I shank him now?
You've never been not allowed to try to shank this guy.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
At this point, I am just gonna pull out my sword. Really.
Alright. Are you going to go to strike then?
Strike, yeah.
With intent or to subdue?
With intent.
Okay.
Also, cue Pirates of the Caribbean music. Battle music.
I'll get you your stat.
Oh, it would be a 6.
Also, would it be reasonable to say we cue the
11.
I'm a pirate tune?
Okay, you get to choose 2. You deal harm and choose 2. Take something from... Oh, sorry, wrong list. Defend yourself from harm, deal great harm, or take control of the situation.
Deal great harm and defend myself from harm.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you managed to definitely... you strike and strike true, however, something is different here. You've dueled this fool before and humiliated him.
Yeah.
He's holding up against you. And, you basically managed to do the classic kind of cut across the cheek, but of course, being Gaston and being vain, that you have dealt great emotional damage to him.
Yes.
But unfortunately, while your focus was on Gaston, the crewmen kind of pile up and dogpile on you and restrain you. You are disarmed and thrown into. They took your actual sword. They took your sword.
They took my sword.
Your sword, which is a shape-changing weapon called a Keyblade, and then they threw you in a prison and locked you in there.
Oh dear.
That is...
I still have arrows.
Love. What is one of the properties of the Keyblade?
Property.
There are
What
two
is
properties I think we're talking about here.
There are 2 important properties that are relevant to this situation.
One, if a Keyblade wielder is holding it, it's useless.
How does it go when a person tries to steal the Keyblade from someone?
It appears.
Not very
They
easily.
summon it back to the person who's the wielder.
Yeah, they can summon it right back.
And what's the other property of a Keyblade that's relevant to you being thrown in a locked cell?
It unlocks things.
Yeah.
So we
To be fair,
we get piled on and thrown in prison.
No, they think it's just a normal sword.
And Gaston's like, put that sword in my quarters. I'll add it to my trophy wall.
As it comes back to me.
Well, I assume you're going to be somewhat intelligent about it and wait till they're...
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, of course.
Wait till they put it on his trophy wall, basically.
Yeah, so...
I want to see Thanos himself. Like, well, at least if we're going to be thrown in prison for a while, can we at least get a bite to eat in down here?
Your cries fall on deaf ears, and each of you are thrown into a separate cell. So,
well, this is embarrassing. If there was any pirate, I think I'd have to get thrown in jail for it. Would have been Zeisted.
the person in the cell next to yours, Laura, that you saw earlier, starts to...
Huh?
Jack.
Sorry, I was yawning, and when I yawn, my hearing...
Yeah, no, I'm saying in the cell next to you is Jack, who
Okay.
kind of looks over, like he was like laying down before. I looks there. So his fickle fancy wasn't to your liking then?
Believe me when I say no.
Good on you. He kind of pulls out a little bottle that was stashed in the corner, and it says, "Drink to our futures."
Couldn't hurt. Of
Take a swip. It's rum.
course it's rum.
Like, it's not particularly
I
good.
Oh yeah.
I imagine Laura's cell is right between me and Jack, so I'm like, I look over and like, oh, Laura, you met this individual before?
Taking off my sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's fine. Nah, yeah, I'm not familiar with the lass. Just seemed proper to commiserate because we're all caught by that buffoon.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm gonna like lean back in like a little bed. Like, God, I try. Like, this is now the second time we've had to deal with that whole idiot. Oh, last time he didn't have such a. I like point around to the ship itself.
So you tangled with the buffoon before?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
If my father could see me here, if the man who claims to be my father could see me here, would never hear the end of it. Honestly, I don't think he has an ounce of skill to him, but that blade of his seems to fight for him.
For him, huh?
That sounds pretty.
I like look over and I'm just curious. And do you think it really points out pirates?
It seems to be doing as much.
You think it's a magic blade?
It glows.
Okay, better question. You think it's actually from this world?
Jack just kind of looks at you like, what do you mean, this world?
Well,
I'm pretty sure
I hold up my hand to like kind of like giving her the no, don't say anything kind of gesture.
Lass, I think you're a bit of a lightweight.
It's been a troublesome day, but that sword specifically, it's bullocks. Like, I'm not a pirate. I mean, if we were with one of our friends is, but we're not pirates ourselves.
I'm gonna say you were called the unwitting accomplice, and it did not turn red when pointing at you.
It pointed at me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or, well, obviously if it points out pirates, it's broken. Because I am not a pirate.
Well, as far as I see it, you are as good as a pirate if it points red to you.
I'm a knight.
So what about you then?
Bit far from your from where you're from, then, aren't you?
Yeah, you could say that.
We had a bit of kerfuffle with our ship.
That's what he does. He kerfluffles.
Well, before we even ran into him, but I lean back and I'm like, I hope at least Sohoy and Zeisman are okay.
Cut. I think this is going to be where we cut away for a moment.
Yeah. I need him to figure out our hanging out. So.
It basically cuts over to a scene which is Barbosa with like the eyeglass, kind of looking out onto the ocean, and just kind of and like, all right, men, we have the worst case scenario on us. Seems the pirate hunter has found our scent again.
How long till they get here?
Why don't we just fight him? We can just beat him up. Remember, Sohai is still so far never really been in a fight he can't handle.
Yeah, no. To be fair, like Sohoi probably could handle it because he is not using a mundane weapon.
Yeah, that's true. We're a little cut above they say that, but like whenever Sora bounces around from world to world, it's not like older Captain Jack is a slouch.
No, but
of course,
context. Yeah. There is like within the world's context, but the problem is the weapon is ultimately a thing outside of out of context.
Hmm.
So, yeah, be a suicide. That'd be a suicide mission.
Okay.
He has an enchanted blade. Seems to seek out the very blood of pirates everywhere. And it almost seems to fight for him in a duel.
That's a sword I want.
I mean, you just sort of make it float around. I guess that'd work out. Why don't you carry a sword around?
Good point. Villain shouts from the observation deck.
We should have gone back to the island. There were like a dozen rapiers strewn about.
They did disappear when.
Oh, okay.
They're like most organization weapons, somehow inextricably bonded to the nobody they come from.
Yeah, I kind of figured there's some kind of technology involved with that, and that it is similar to a technology that might be used by Keyblades, but not the same.
Yeah,
some kind of similar principle thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how this organization weapon magic works. I just kind of summon these chains.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not. I guess it's not like they're not useful, but
I thought they were. I thought you lost them to the bottom of the ocean.
Well,
No, that's Millen saying that.
Zyson just makes a chain like come out of his sleeve, like, oh, this
sleeve.
Frickin' nobodies.
Freaking somebodies.
Do people like normally lose weapons? Is that a normal thing?
Yes, so boy, they do. Most people's weapons aren't bound to their hearts or lack thereof.
Oh. Soho lives a strange life.
Okay. It's like, so like Millen kind of looks over the situation and is like,
Oh, actually, there is something I wanted to ask Zeiston, which was from a while ago.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I'm not going to whisper you. Are you really captain of a ship called, what was it, Revenge or something?
The Ranger.
The Ranger? The Ranger? Or is it like the other ship where you just sort of say you're the captain?
Oh. The Ranger was what I named our ship.
the gummy ship. Apparently.
Oh. Hmm.
It's perfectly, I think, reasonable for Sohei to say, you named it?
Yeah. Like, oh, okay. He's probably a bit more. Anyway, I was kind of hoping that I would be accidentally talking about your past instead. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
No, Zeisson was never actually a captain. Like, he was a rigger before.
Okay. Well, now you're probably a rigger now, and already know what you're doing, so are probably telling other people what to do.
If we had past Zeisson fight, he would be using ropes instead of chains.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Millen kind of looks like, looking at kind of comes down from the crow's nest kind of thing, and like, I think I might be able to do something to get him lost, but it's going to take time. So he kind of looks to you two and is like, "You think you can slow them down? Give me just give me long enough."
Of course, I can slow him down.
I don't know if I have anything that can work on like a whole ship.
Just to keep him distracted, because if I can pull this off, he's gonna have enough to deal with that. We'll be the least of his worries.
Okay.
You hear Barbosa shouting from the helm of the ship and saying, "Whatever you're planning, boys, you best be making it quick."
How close is close?
I would say about 5 ship lengths away.
Definitely not close enough to jump on it. Gotcha.
Alright, Zeisson's going to jump onto the main mast.
Actually, I was going to leave this kind of as the cliffhanger to kind of
Okay.
for
Our characters could meet each other, maybe, or maybe we'll literally spend the entire session fighting to stop that.
Let's just see. But a big fight is a perfect distraction to make your escape, and there's only one vessel nearby, so. But
yeah, with Zeisson, and irritating the person who would probably piss off the captain.
So yeah, but with that though, let me just quick look at your guys' links here for a second to make sure see if you guys already have some. Okay, Laura already has a dark link with Gaston, so that's
Yes,
all.
I do.
That is all that is right with the world. Does anyone want to make a link with Barbosa?
Yes, I actually do. I'm torn between dark and mastery. Like,
He's the pirate. He's your pirate master.
I guess mastery.
He's what you learn from.
There you go. So roll plus your mastery then.
Yes, that's my best stat. So
add initial +1.
Really, I don't have him on my list.
Helps if I get onto the right page.
Yeah, at this point, this is. Have a bad encounter once. Shame on me. Have a bad encounter twice. I need a fucking dark link with this guy.
11.
All right, so you get the thing, and you get the link exactly as you want it, and no complication whatsoever.
Alright.
Your link move goes up, but it's so your link move is hard to make relevant.
Yeah.
So, but
Okay.
I want to make a dark link with Gaston,
go ahead and roll plus.
which I'm pretty sure is 2 because I have 3 links, right?
You have 4 dark links.
Oh, well, I think that I'm successful in either way.
Yeah. So.
E- Darkness.
And your link move is even weirder because yours kind of has to trigger before the roll. So. Yep.
Mine?
No, Jane's.
Oh, okay.
But 1 second here. So.
Say, what's my link move?
Your link move is when you make a link, you can lock someone's link.
Oh, okay.
Because your moves are supposed to be about unlocking and get rid of burning links.
Mm-hmm.
Not. Zyson does not get a dark link with Gaston. That is Janox.
No, that's gonna be next session when I get a dark link with Gaston.
Yep.
Once you meet him.
Mhm.
And realize it's the same. Actually, no. Zyson never met Gaston before.
Yeah, this will be my first encounter with him.
Whoa!
Kill your girl.
Mhm.
Also, I just realized there's a really dirty joke with why Gaston would send Solara as a pirate, but not me.
I think I got it figured out too.
I'm just gonna say it's dirty and leave it at that.
I can't say, it senses pirate blood, not your blood, though.
I think I know what you're getting at.
We'll talk about
the
this
pirate on her.
Mm.
Not blood. Not blood, but something else.
I thought that dirty thought, and I'm like, I feel bad for it, but it's also funny.
I was more going with get pregnant, but...
Oh God,
I mean, that's-
no, we're not going that route. We're not going that route.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are
yeah.
we not going?
Lara being pregnant.
God, no.
Okay.
Not now.
Also, I'm just not sure about that. With nobody's in that equation, that's just like not stuff I'm ready to deal with.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's figuring out a whole level of just does it even work that way? How does it work?
Okay, that's fair.
Alright, well, anyways, as always, you can join us in our Discord with the link down in the description to chat with us and discuss the channel or channel adjacent topics or what else you want to, like, do Nobody's Breed, for example. You can also follow us at Tales Across on Twitter to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Character art is done by friend of the show, Carl. Links below to their DeviantArt and Ko-fi account. Finally, like and subscribe to both get future content and help us reach a wider audience. So to those watching us in the past, present, and future, Gaston! And good night.
Darn it, I just realized that would have been